Hi, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Christian.
There's such a delay there. We do 3 to 4 times per week. We meet and talk about 10 things that are affecting small business or just cool technology. So this is our first episode of New Tech for the week, since this is technically our first real week doing this. So we're just going to highlight the 10 tech products or services that we found this last week that would be interesting for small business owners, startups, or anyone who's just interested in geeky type stuff.
Nerdy stuff.
Nerdy stuff. There you go. Okay, so one that will be pretty much by this point, uh, repetitive, Facebook Live. So I think this is pretty cool. We haven't been able to talk about it too much, but the ability to stream live with Facebook is amazing. We've been able to do it for about 4 months now with celebrities or people who have like 100,000 followers, but Everyday Joe cannot stream live. And I still don't have the capabilities to do it. I don't think you do it either.
No, I do not.
So
there was actually another blab today. They were talking about specifically Facebook Live and how it will compete against Periscope and other services like Meerkat, Periscope, and other. It was kind of interesting. There was also an app within Facebook called Livestream, where you can actually do that. So you can actually do that right now on Facebook through the app Livestream. But I believe they charge you or something after like a free trial.
Right.
And that's what they were talking about.
I think I've heard of that too. I think you can do it. Are you talking about desktop only, or are you talking about on the mobile device?
I think it was in the mobile device too.
Oh, okay. But Facebook Live is definitely going to change, like you're saying, and how it's going to compete with Meerkat and Periscope. I don't think it will have anything on Blab necessarily, because Blab is more feedback generated, and you have multiple people on there. But as far as just a single person showing you what's going on, it's going to be so much easier because most people already have Facebook, and now they can go in and just click
Exactly.
So business people, that's going to be interesting, but it's also going to probably be annoying for all those people who end up getting drunk and filming themselves at a bar, and then you check in on their live stream.
And then also with the Facebook announcement with the live, they were talking about Facebook Collage.
Yeah, Collage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked pretty cool because it was basically, for any time you go to, an event, vacation, or anything, instead of, making an album with a whole bunch of pictures, you can actually make a collage and kind of pick and choose, the sizes of the pictures, and then you post that so your friends will be able to see in a long scroll a few of the pictures from that trip.
That's awesome. And that's available for everybody now?
I think it's the same thing with kind of like the Facebook Live, where they're testing it with certain users only.
Must be the cool people. Yeah. Okay, number 2. I'll let you do numbers. Let's just go back and forth and just make it systematic. So I'll let you do number 2.
All right. So number 2 is Uber unveils Spot. So a Spot is basically just an LED light that goes in the windshield of the Uber driver. So they'll be able to, whoever calls up on Uber, they'll be able to match the color of that light with, your driver. So that way you actually know that, hey, that's my Uber driver, not yours, or,
right.
And I think it'll make it a lot easier for people to find Uber drivers. Sometimes there's like that, you don't know where they're at, or you have like poor service, or the map doesn't show on your phone. So, it's pretty cool, and I guess they're only testing it right now in Seattle. So,
yeah, I'll be interested because I was in New York and I was telling this guy like, "Hey, meet me at the corner over here," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I know exactly where you're at." He picks me up, and then I tell him where to go, and we ended up driving like all over the place because he was gonna pick up I have no idea what he was doing actually, but anyway, after he dropped me off, he was planning to pick up somebody else, and he had no idea where they were at either. So it was, I don't know if it was just him or the fact that he was confused on where he was, mapping out to go. But this will be a lot easier to find them, especially in my situation. They were a bunch of people getting off the subway in New Jersey, and so they're wanting rides home. So there's like 5 or 6 of us looking for one cab driver or Uber driver.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine. Like, I remember a couple years ago in Chicago, and it was like everyone was trying to use Uber and it wouldn't work, and there was so many Uber drivers and so much people getting out of the hotel at the same time, trying to get places on New Year's Eve, and it was just insane. So
Dang, that was what, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so they upped their technology a little bit better now. Okay, number 3 is ink premium cards. I think this is awesome. What it is you can go on your phone, click any picture or anything that you want, basically. So you can go and take a picture, you can download a picture from your computer, anything that's on your phone, and you can create greeting cards or any type of cards. Since it's almost Christmas right now, I'm thinking of the holiday cards or Hanukkah or any type of holiday card. You can just send those straight from your phone, and I believe the price is $2 per card, but that also includes postage. So you literally do nothing. You create it, you make it, and then it's all done. Like, it's hands off. You can design it, and then they have multiple templates on there for you to use. Very simple. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's very, very user-friendly. And for all the YouTube watchers who end up watching this later, in the show notes or in the description, basically, we'll add the links to all these pages so you can just access them easier.
Yeah, I think that would be cool, and I'll definitely be using that since I posted on my Instagram that I was going to send Christmas cards. So that works perfect, actually. So moving on to number 4. So I guess Google is introducing a new way to do ads. So they're testing 2 options right now, and they're basically interactive ad options. Number 1 is trial run ads. So you'll be able to, whenever an ad pops up, you'll be able to actually play the app, the game, for like 60 seconds, and it gives you a little timer, so you can play this game for 60 seconds, see if you like it or not, and then you'll be able to download it, which I think is genius. And the second one is called interactive, and I don't know, it's a really complicated word, but it's interactive ads basically. So they offer these for basically like retailers or like basically anyone who's trying to do a customizable ad. You use HTML5 to use these ads. I saw, we'll have the link on the, like Aaron said, on the show notes. And it looks pretty cool. There was like a little video that showed, I believe it was for a clothing company. But it gives you the opportunity to, design the ad how you wanted. And you can click on it, scroll, and do all these things inside that ad, which is, huge.
Yeah, that is awesome. So do you need to have HTML experience to use these types of ads? Is that what you're saying?
To design them, yeah.
Okay. So for the average person who does not know code, that would not be a good option. But you could probably outsource it pretty cheap to India or Fiverr or something. Okay, so yeah, that's awesome actually. Makes me want to learn more HTML. All right, number 5, sign easy for Gmail. So right now, depending on what you're using, there's things out there that's called like 17 hats, or there's like that's the only one that's coming to mind. But there's tools out there. I think we use like Concord, so you can create your document, you can create your template, you can create a contract all on these document or on these on the software and send it to your clients, or to send it to a friend, or anything that you have to get a signature on, which is great, but these services charge you. Now with Sign Easy for Gmail, it just is a Chrome extension, allows you to sign into your Gmail, open up the document, and you can sign everything from inside of the Gmail document. And I think that's just huge for people who want to save time, don't want to use something else, and it's just a fast and easy way. Signature, if you already have your signature loaded on Gmail, you just load it in there, sign the document, and you can send it back in seconds. And this is obviously a free service. So for somebody like Christian and I, we are just trying to stay as lean as possible. We don't want to pay for $30 or $40 a month for subscription services to 17 hats. We can use something like Sign Easy for Gmail.
Yeah, that sounds really cool. All right, number 6. I did not look these up, so this was all Aaron. I haven't even looked at the last 3 or 4, so bear with me here. Batched inbox. It looks like it's a you can schedule whenever you have your emails come through. Aaron wrote awesome.
It is
I know
awesome.
this will be, I get emails all day, every day. So basically, is this like a, you schedule, I want to get emails at 3 and I want to get emails at 7 p.m. And that's when the app actually pushes the emails through to your phone, or is it?
Anything that's within Gmail. So anytime that it's on there, it will send it out. Now, I was looking at the comments and trying to figure out if people have figured out a way to send priority emails out. So if somebody's on my favorites list or they're in my contacts book, I want them to come through. But for the most part, email just delays, and so many people spend half their day just checking email, or like looking back at their email box, and they're like, oh, somebody responded. I think everyone does that. And this allows you to just like close it out. You're not going to have an email. And then at 11 o'clock, you check all your emails, do it spend an hour answering all the emails. And then at the end of the day, and then, I think it's like Tim Ferriss who said that most emails come in before 11 and then after 3. So if you check your emails between those 2 times, you'll be fine. Fly Wonder, the app is called Batched Inbox, BATCHEDINBOX, and we'll have all those in our notes on the YouTube channel. But I know I'm definitely going to sign up for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so this is called I Need a Resume.me. So I need a resume. And although this may not be something for most of our listeners, everyone does have someone who is trying to fill out a resume and they're like, where do I start? Or if you've ever filled out a resume and they're like, hey, give me some help or whatever. This is a curator tool that allows you to type in the information. It asks you the questions. You type it in as much as possible. Obviously, the more detailed, the better. But then with that, it will formulate a resume for you, and they look professional. And then it will go through and ask you more detailed questions about what kind of I'll put the link in there in just a second. Lost my train of thought. So anything that has to do with that resume or making it to look, there you go, Fly Wonder. That resume that look good, it is right there with you. I have not tested it, but I do know my sister's graduating in a couple of weeks, and I'll be sending it to her. She's not obviously going to take a entrepreneurial type job, but so for like most people, we can definitely send this out to our friends, and it's completely free, which is awesome. Everything about it is free.
Thank you, Radio Free Bob.
Okay, and I think we're on number 8.
Right. So number 8 is again, Aaron wrote this list, so I haven't even read this. It's Trycast. It looks like it's a podcast central command center. Comes with a complete studio, editor, publisher, basically everything you need to start a podcast. Aaron wrote here, super cheap too. Looks like it's $10 a month for 10 hours and $30 a month for 100 hours. Aaron, you want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, so inside of that, it gives you all the tools that you could possibly need. So your publishing tools, your editing tools, what was the third one? But you can do everything within it. It's all web-based, and it gives you an option to try it out for a month for free. So if you're like, hey, maybe I'm on Blab now and I want to start podcasting because they give me the audio, and so I want to put the audio in there. You want to add a little song to the beginning, to the end of it, and you can send it out to people, see if it catches some traction. If you don't like it or if it doesn't work, you can drop it. Or if you want to, do it as a hobby, do about 10 hours per month, that is also only $10. And then, like Christian said, the 100 hours is $30. But it seemed pretty easy to me as far as like how to work it. I've never messed with podcasts, but I think it's pretty cool, especially with everyone who's on Blab now and getting the video and the audio, and you can repurpose it. Why not make a podcast out of it? I closed out my window. Here we go. And I'll start putting the links down here below so you guys do. Mamba out. So there's actually a couple more that we have as well. But this one is pretty cool because I'm a Kobe Bryant fan, so don't be hating in the chat field. But it's Mamba out, and what it is it's his retirement website. And they basically have a bunch of people on there who, like professional basketball players or people who have worked with Kobe. They have like trash talking on there, or like, hey, we want you to come back to Rio in 2016. There's people who talk about everything basically to do with Kobe's retirement, old videos, highlights. And within that, it's just a website about his retirement and his speech, I guess, his retirement speech that he's going to make. So that was pretty cool.
Now, are you going to catch a Kobe Bryant game, or what's going on?
I'm trying to. I'm pretty sure that they are going to be selling out like crazy. But yeah, that's my guess, or my hope.
Right. All right, so number 10, I didn't write it down on the list, Aaron, but I guess I have it pulled up over here. It's the Polaroid Cube camera. They just came out with this. It's a waterproof, shockproof, 1440p camera for $150. It's basically, kind of like, GoPro's cameras, but it's a little bit smaller. It's like this small. It's just like a little cube. It's $150, so I mean, it looks pretty awesome. I want one bad, actually.
What is it? I mean, what is the purpose of it though? Like, I mean, I understand what GoPros and stuff are going to do, but what's the difference between this one and a GoPro? Or
yeah, it looks like Olivia actually just asked the same question.
Okay.
How does it compare? Well, actually, GoPro came out with what they call GoPro Sessions, and if you look at GoPro Sessions and the Polaroid Cube, they look exactly the same. They're just a little bit of like a tiny cube, and just that's it. It's just a camera right there. I think the main difference with the GoPro Sessions is that it's a little bit more expensive. I think the battery life is 2 hours compared to like 90 minutes with the Cube. And like the megapixels are different. I believe the GoPro Sessions has 8 megapixels, and the Cube has 6 megapixels. So I mean, they're basically, competing directly with GoPro, trying to get back in the game with the whole, active.
There we go. Got a comparison down there. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Thanks, Radio Free Bob. Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to compete with them. It keeps the prices lower, or maybe not. So another service that was kind of cool, since we've been mainly talking about products, is I Want Dis, IWANTDIS. I was checking it out earlier. Basically, it's all the stuff that you really want curated into a collection. So you can go to the internet, and the picture that shows up is a guy who's wearing a raincoat that has Big Macs on it. So it has just the most, I don't know, specific niche things for you. So if you're really into McDonald's for some reason and love, and you live in Seattle and it rains a lot, you could get Big Mac raincoat. And then one last one that I was thinking of that was kind of cool is a blast from the past, and it's called oldweb.today. And what the site does is allows you to jump back in time with like Yahoo's first search engine, Firefox, I can't remember what else, Google, but you just jump back and you can click the date that you want to go back to, like 1999 or 2011, 2003. I don't know what you would actually use it for other than like, hey, that's cool to see how far we've come. But,
yeah. I mean, I would look at it just to see how, because I always wondered, and I always try looking back at it whenever Facebook first started, Facebook got changed so much since, they first started. And it's cool, to look back at it and see, how they've changed.
Right. It's kind of like with their memories thing. You're like, man, I took those pictures 9 years ago. Like our lives are on Facebook. So that'd be cool if they added Facebook to it, like you're saying, especially since, what was it? It's like 2005 or so that they came out with it. And then we were all able to get on in like an 06 or so. But man, you just look at the people who are developers can look at it and just say like, wow, who the heck were these people who were developing Yahoo? Because it's just, I mean, I was looking at it earlier. It's like, it says Yahoo in the middle and then all below it is just a bunch of like garbage on a plain screen. So, okay. I think that's 12. Unless you have any more, we can get out real quick. I think that's it. And then we'll open it up if anybody has any questions.
Now, okay, that last one, not that last one, but you sent me it was a text from a completely brand new number saying to join me on this conversation. It didn't work out really well. I guess the app or the website is still kind of buggy. What was that? It was called Syl Apps, SYLAPS.
Okay, yeah. So that is like an audio or visual meeting anywhere. Seemed pretty cool. So basically, I logged into this website. I said, hey, who do I want to send it to? And you can send it to your Facebook, Twitter, or phone numbers. I think even emails. And the people you send it to get this link, and they just jump in. And it's like a live conversation anywhere. So you could be on your phone. You could be checking your email, whatever. You just go there from your internet browser, and it's like live streaming with a bunch of people that you've sent personalized invites to. So in a sense, so it's a site, but I think the people who get to answer Fly Wonder's question, I believe you can open it anywhere. But the person who does it, or at least when I did it, it was a site, and I was able to just go to that site. We'll put somebody's going to beat me to it, but I put the link to it down below. And from there, I was just able to send it out. Now, I didn't sign up for anything. I was just able to send the link to Christian, but for some reason, his Facebook or Gmail, he forgot a password again or something. But
no, it wasn't that. I think it was just kind of buggy because you sent me the link. I opened it on my browser, and it asked me to join. So when I clicked on join, it automatically opened my Facebook, so I could sign in through Facebook. But then it said something like, you've already signed in, but I've never seen this app before in my life, so there's no way I could have signed in. So then I tried my Gmail account, and it still wouldn't work. It said that, the Gmail account that you've used is invalid. So I was like, whatever. But yeah, it looks like they have a website. They have it on the App Store and the Google Play Store. So.
Okay. Now, do you have the link to it? I can't find the link for it now. If you do, drop it down below.
This is Syllapps.com.
There we go. Cool. Yeah. So I guess you can do it from an app, but now we're going to put the links I haven't really thought about them as far as on Blab, but for our YouTube channel, you can check out our YouTube channel, and I have everything that we curate, and it's in the video, so you can rewatch the video if you really want to jump in on that. Or below in the description, I put everything with the links and description that we have written somewhere else. But I just don't want to put a bunch of links in the comment section over there for you guys, and then people comment up and you aren't able to see it all. So YouTube channel link is, let me grab that. We're actually changing the back URL. We need to change it to our company name, but let me pull that up for you and I can give it to you. Now, typically we just started this week as far as the tech talk each week for tech things, but typically we talk about 10 things that influence small business, so that's what the YouTube video is going to be about. But if that is it, I'll stop recording, so if we have any other questions or anything. All right, cool. So anybody who is watching this on YouTube, check us out in any of our other videos. We do 10 plus items each week affecting small business, technology, or just anything really cool we find. So